Good morning, Richard Eckley here. Happy Wednesday morning to you. We're on a Wednesday, so on a Relationship Wednesday on your 4 keys to a healthier, happier you. And the question today is, what habits are we passing on to our kids? We don't realise we're always being watched. Though they say it's Big Brother now, we're always being on, there's cameras everywhere, we're always watched. But we're always being watched by our kids, and they're always picking up what we do. And we always picked up the habits our parents had as well. Quite often as we get older, I mean, I'm in my 50s now, and you start to realise we actually think, hang on, I'm turning into my parents. I'm having the same sayings they have, certain mannerisms they have. And when we're younger, we don't think we are, but when we actually go through our life, we start to get older again, and we're then the parents. We then start to pick up the same sort of sayings as our parents had with us. We say it to our kids. And sometimes it can catch you by surprise. You think, oh my God, I'm turning into my parents. But that's what happens. That's what life. We actually develop our belief system through when we're youngsters, through watching our parents, picking up their habits and seeing what they do. And that's how we actually behave ourselves. And that's what our kids are doing as well. Our kids are watching us. They're always watching us. They won't do what we tell them to do. They'll do what we're doing. So if we have certain personality types, they'll quite often follow that personality type. If you're quick to get angry, they'll quite often be quick to get angry. If you're quite calm and quite chilled, they're quite calm and quite chilled. There is different combinations, obviously, as they grow through life, but the basic overall is they're going to do what we do, not what we say. And I had a great story years ago was saying about the mother, and she was teaching her daughter. She was doing the Sunday roast. So she was doing this Sunday roast in the oven, as you do. And she cut the ends off the joint and put them into the Sunday roast. And then the daughter said, well, okay, Mum, why are you doing that for? She said, well, that's what my mum taught me. I think it's to let the flavour out, but I'm not sure, but that's what I've always done. So she said, tell her, I'll give Nan a ring to see why we do this. So then she rings up her mum and said, hi, Mum, I'm just doing the Sunday roast with my daughter like we used to do. And we've cut the end of the joint off of the roast for the Sunday roast. We just wondered, why do we do that? I know you taught us that system. Why do you do it? And she said, well, to be honest, I don't really know. I just taught that from my mum taught me that system. So I just always copied what she did and cut the end of the joint off. But she said, she's okay. She's in the nursing home. I'll give her a ring to ask her quite why we do that. So then she rings up her mum. And she says, hi, Mum, I'm just talking to your granddaughter and great-granddaughter, and they're doing the Sunday roast the way you've always taught us to cut the end of the joint off, so we have our Sunday roast. We were saying, is this to get the flavour through? Well, why did you actually do this? And she said, oh, dear me, no, I just had a small roasting tin and couldn't fit a full roasting joint in there, so I had to cut the ends off to fit in. But they've passed the system down by watching what they were doing, picking up those habits, and then carrying it on down, although it may have no benefit to them at all. So it's quite interesting to think our kids are always watching us. So what habits are we teaching our kids? What are we passing on to them? Sometimes we pass on our fears as well. Sometimes we may have a fear of something. We'll pass it on to our kids. Because that's our habits. They see us react to say, okay, it could be spiders, say. You react to spiders, and you'll pass that on to your kids because they see you react to a spider. So they immediately think, oh my God, spiders are bad. And they pick up to it through a repeated process. So it's thinking, okay, then we're always being watched by Big Brother, but mainly by our kids. So what habits are we passing on to our kids? Let's try and pass on some good habits to our kids. So they think, okay, then they're more confident, they're more capable of doing things, and they'll give things a go. That's the biggest thing in life, is actually just giving things a go and see what happens. And if you fall down and you get wrong, never mind, learn from it, move forward and keep going. It's when you don't try things is when you actually stay back and you don't really expand your self-confidence. That's how you get self-confidence, is by trying different things, failing at it, and then moving forward until you get it right. And then you get your self-confidence because, yeah, I've done it. I've achieved that. So it's always good to realise that our kids are watching us. What we teach them, they're going to do what we do, not what we say. So, yeah, it's always good. There we are. Have yourself a good one. All the best for now.